Hello, world, and welcome to the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show here on this Tuesday, October 9th, 2018. This is a show where we discuss news in a common sense way from different news sources via the internet, trying to bring the left and the right a little more together on just about everything you could possibly think of. You could email me your suggestions or comments to commonsenseman@gmail.com. That's common with a K. Or call in. Let's get a live discussion on any subject you want to talk about, whether you're from the left, the right, the up, the down. 805-994-0606. All right, we're going to start our news today again with Fox News. I usually start with them. I just like to always see what they got up their sleeves because it's usually a Photoshop picture. And this is no different today. Photoshop picture of President Trump. I believe it's Rosenstein in front of the White House and someone else I don't recognize. And it says Rod's plan with a question mark. FBI lawyers tell probers Rosenstein was serious about recording Trump. So there you go. If you're interested in that article, punch it up on Fox News because that's all we're going to discuss about it. Going over to CNN, big storm, monstrous storm aims for the Gulf Coast. Hurricane Michael threatens more than 300 miles of coast and prompts widespread emergency declarations there in Florida. Coming up the Panhandle, that's the other side, that's in the Gulf side, the other side of Florida. In case you didn't know, that's called the Panhandle. There you go. So our prayers go with them. It's sad. Another storm. So this is starting to become very routine, these big storms. Going to CNBC, housing stocks fall into bear market as interest rates climb to multi-year highs. The interest rates in housing is approaching 5%. Things are getting shaken up. Things are slowing down. It's been a seller's market for so long that now it has switched, so it's become more starting to lean towards that buyer's market a little bit. It's kind of switching, which it was too long at the seller's side. So now we're seeing that change. What's going to happen? Housing market's probably going to slow down. Things change, but life goes on. I've been in real estate now 12 years, so hopefully this doesn't affect it too bad. But people still normally need to buy and sell. Moving over to USA Today, again, Category 2 Hurricane Michael could bring massive damage to Florida. There you go. Move over to the BC. Saudi consulate faces search over writer. This writer has gone missing in Turkey, in Istanbul. Turkey says missing Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi was not seen leaving the building in Istanbul. If you want to read more about that article, you can go to the B to the B to the C. And going to our latest addition to our news info, MSNBC. Morning Joe, I guess they have this little thing called Morning Joe. I wasn't really sure what that was. But Trump turns swearing into political pep rally, and there's a picture of him swearing in Mr. Kavanaugh. President Trump at the White House, ceremonial swearing in for Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, offered an apology to the judge on behalf of our nation. What a nice president. And said Kavanaugh was proven innocent. There you go. I don't know how you could. Again, I don't want to get into the details of that because I think it is wrong if he did do that, but how could he be proven innocent in like a matter of days, where usually trials and stuff take like fucking years to do? Anyways, did I cuss? Moving over to ESPN, the big news on ESPN is Mr. Saint. You know who I'm talking about. Broke the record, all-time leading record for yards. Peyton Manning's record. Drew Brees broke Peyton Manning's record last night. He's the all-time leader for yards, like 72,000 yards of passing. It's crazy. Moving over to the TMZ, Kanye West and President Trump doing a White House lunch. Yeah, they're going to discuss Making America Great Again, and they're planning to kick off with a lunch at the White House. So Kanye and 45 are set to meet on Thursday, and their agenda will include discussing boosting American manufacturing and preventing gang violence. Boosting American manufacturing. That's probably why he's doing the tariff thing, maybe. I don't know. I think it's going to be a hard one to do there, boosting them, because our wages are too high. Everything else will go higher. I just say it. Let's just call it like it is. Second on TMZ, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, oldies but goodies for Tarantino's 60s flick. They're sitting there dressed in these old clothes from the 1960s. They're doing a movie with Quentin Tarantino, excuse me, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Moving over to travel news, nothing really too much happening there except for if you are a scuba diver and you like Lake Tahoe. Well, I didn't even know you could do this, but you could scuba dive in Lake Tahoe, and now they just opened up this new area of scuba diving, which you could explore over 100 years of history in Lake Tahoe, and the waters is crystal clear there. So that's interesting. I never knew that they actually had scuba diving stuff there, but I guess it makes sense. Now that's going to end it for this Tuesday, and we're going to go to our Facebook deal. This was from I remember who posted this. It was from a pretty far right person, and it's two pictures. It's pictures from the movie 300. The first top picture is the ruler of Persia that we know at the end. That tall bald guy on the bottom is what's his name? The leader of Spartacus. The leader of the 300. I can't remember his name right now. Gerard Butler. And on top it says government. I can offer you security. I require only that you give up some rights. And at the bottom is patriots. Now see, that's going to be a problem. So there you go. That's posted from a extreme right one. So I guess that probably has to do with something that they're thinking is what's happening in the government today. I'm assuming. I don't know. Someone call in, tell me, please. Tell me what's happening here. That's going to end it for this Tuesday. Again, subscribe to my channel, the Common Sense Men's News and Talk Show. Let's get this thing going. And have a great Tuesday. We'll see you on the Hump Day Wednesday.